Hi folks, hi, Life here with Appalachian Highlands Weather and East Tennessee Skywatch. We're live because of severe weather is starting to move through the region here on this weather alert day. The first thing I want to note, severe thunderstorm warnings are in effect for portions of Cumberland County. So Bledsoe County, all of Bledsoe, Cumberland, and Sequatchie County. And we have a line of thunderstorms here that are moving up and down this line, alright? This line could produce a quick spin-up tornado here, and we're just getting on here very quickly. So a quick spin-up tornado could be possible along this line, and damaging wind gusts up to maybe 60 or 70 miles an hour. I'm going to take y'all to radar full screen because I also, as I work around here, we are also watching this for a tornado warning issued just to the west of our coverage area. These counties that have this tornado warning are not in our coverage area, but they are close to it. They include places in Alabama and northern Alabama, and in Tennessee, Franklin and Lincoln County for a possible circulation that is right here. You could very well see it with that hook signature. That will end up into Marion and Hamilton County if it holds together over the next little bit. We're going to watch it very, very closely. But thunderstorms extend on a line from Crossville all the way down to into Grundy County outside of our coverage area along this line of strong to severe thunderstorms. And along this line, we saw some areas of rotation, but more importantly, we want to point out that very strong gusty winds are along the line. Gusty winds of maybe 60 to, and maybe even a gust up to 70 miles an hour could be seen along the line. And then we're going to see if we have a few quick spin-up tornadoes along the line. We'll have to watch it very closely if we do. So again, all the way here from Grundy County, all the way up through portions of, that would be Sequatchie County, through Bledsoe, and Cumberland County. And then again, a new tornado watch. If you saw our pages, a new tornado watch is coming within the next, the time now is 7:33, so within the next 30 minutes we'll have a new tornado watch here, which will extend across most of our coverage areas here. So right here is also going to be a circulation, a tornadic circulation just to the west of our coverage area, but if it holds together within the next 30 minutes could move into Marion County. So that's why we're kind of going to keep an eye on that as well. But the entire line of storms by itself is producing strong, gusty, straight-line winds, and that is our main threat. We are noting rotation at points along the line. So points along the line, we are noting that rotation that we're watching. Let's just show you the line on a reflectivity view so you can kind of see what it looks like on your normal rain view here. And as we look across, and we're going to get a region-wide look here within the next moment here, but as we look through the severe thunderstorm warnings, let's go deep inside these, tell you who's in and who is out. Crossville is in, Crab Orchard is in, so is Pikeville, Tennessee, Cold Spring, Brookdale, down into Dunlap. And the severe thunderstorm warning for Bledsoe and Sequatchie County continues until 7:15 Central. That's 8:15 Eastern Time. So what we're going to do really quickly is we're going to go away from these severe thunderstorm warnings because these are not the only showers and thunderstorm. This is not the only shower and thunderstorm activity we have out right now. We have showers and thunderstorms across western portions of the areas here of East Tennessee Skywatch and Appalachian Highlands weather. Here, as soon as our Skywatch Defender radar network shows, you can see showers stretching from Wise down to Sneedville. LaFollette also has some strong storms ongoing. Then we get down into the storms in Cumberland County, where severe thunderstorm warning is in effect there. So we're just going to kind of go through the line and inspect this. And this is looking more straight line winds. There is the tornado possible tag on this severe thunderstorm warning. I'm going to track this out for you. This is in portions of Morgan County over the next little bit as well, and I believe that might be Rome County there. And then as we head on down to the south here, we'll wait for radar data to load in off the Weather Service radar in Huntsville. Some very strong gusty winds, and I'm seeing an increased area of a possible circulation, maybe right there in Bledsoe County. So right there, I'm seeing a little bit of an increased area of circulation. So what I'll do here is I'll use my pen and I'll mark this increased area of circulation right there in that white circle on your screen, and we're going to be watching this closely. If you're out ahead of the severe storm warnings, I'll turn on reflectivity here, just kind of give us a general view. If you're out ahead of the severe thunderstorm warnings, so Dayton, Spring City, Salty Daisy, even down into the Chattanooga metropolitan area, just stay alert and stay weather alert here on this weather alert day that we have in effect. And then again, we're still watching storms back on for the Tennessee-Alabama border, which includes from Tullahoma all the way down to Huntsville. And these here are pushing off to the east, and they are potentially producing an isolated tornado right there. Let's see, this is that's a radar indicated tornado warning. And then more severe thunderstorm warnings. These could go into Jasper, New Hope, Whitewell, the Chattanooga metropolitan area, into East Ridge, and then storms will end up making their way east of I-75, and the severe weather threat will continue as they do that. So we are keeping our eye on things very closely with this line of thunderstorms, which could be possibly up to wind gusts up to maybe 70 miles, 60 miles an hour, maybe an isolated gust to 70 within this entire line here. That is the Grundy County warning, which is just outside of our coverage area, is being continued for some. This is that warning down here. That's being continued for 60-mile-an-hour winds. There could be some small hail associated with this line, but the hail threat looks pretty low here. So we are awaiting the new tornado watch. We expect the tornado watch to be here soon. We'll put it that way. Tornado watch probably coming soon. It's got to be coming within the next about 20 minutes for most of our area. So we're going to watch it closely. So again, stretching from Grotty Logger all the way up through Pikeville, through Crossville, is this line of storms that's going to keep on stretching off to the east. And as these storms stretch east, we'll watch for that potential damaging gusty winds, frequent cloud ground lightning, heavy rainfall that could lead to some localized flooding, especially in the low-lying areas, and maybe an isolated tornado. That is definitely not out of the question here as we go into the later portions. The greatest chance of a tornado would be probably south of Harriman. And along the plateau areas of the Southern Valley and Plateau area would be your best chance of a possible tornado. But we're going to watch it very closely as we get in here as we continue into the evening and then eventually into the overnight hours. So right here near Griffith, this is a little bit of an increased area of circulation. Right here is Pikeville, okay? Increased area of circulation right here. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take you to the radar full screen. We did just get a new velocity scan, but I want to make sure that you know what to do in these severe thunderstorm warnings. During severe thunderstorms, you want to, especially severe thunderstorms like this, you want to go to that lowest floor of your home and interior of a sturdy building. Stay away from those windows. Get close to that tornado-safe place. If you're in a mobile home, evacuate immediately. You want to take shelter in a sturdy building. Winds from a severe thunderstorm of this magnitude can produce possible tornado-like damage. Flash flooding can also develop, so remember, turn around, don't drown. All right, we're going to get right back into tracking these. Here are these gusty winds. That's your main threat. Could be a little bit of rotation in Sequatchie County. This would be Sequatchie County right here, heading toward Dunlap. Watching that circulation very closely. The National Weather Service has tornado possible tags along this on these severe thunderstorm warnings. So that is what we have. We're going to recap this here for you if you're just tuning in. This East Tennessee Skywatch and Appalachian Highlands weather here. We're going to go up and down this, and then down here to this part, right down here, okay? Because tornado warning not for our coverage area yet, but it's getting close. So we want to recap that at 7:40 Eastern, 6:40 Central here with the East Tennessee Skywatch and Appalachian Highlands weather. We are tracking thunderstorms along the plateau of East Tennessee. These will be stretching into southeast Tennessee and a new tornado watch will also be coming within the next 20 minutes. For most of the area, these storms stretch from Crossville down to down into Grundy County. We'll go that route. These storms could produce strong, damaging wind gusts and maybe an isolated tornado along their path. The Cumberland County Severe Thunderstorm Warning goes until 7:15 Central, 8:15 Eastern. That severe thunderstorm warning is being continued with that tornado possible tag. So let's zoom in, because that looks to be a strong cell. The cloud-to-ground lightning's picking up along Crossville to Crab Orchard, and these are going to push into Harriman here soon. So if you're in Harriman, stay alert. And there is a little bit of a circulation in here that we want to note. So if you are in Cumberland County down to Harriman, we want to note that circulation. We'll have to see if the National Weather Service in Morristown, we're going to switch radars here, kind of in between radars when we're in this area, will issue a tornado warning for the Harriman area, or a severe thunderstorm warning. This will also be near the Spring City area. So rotation is a little harder to find here on the Morristown radar. So we continue to track these severe thunderstorm warnings, and even now the tornado warning down here into let's see here, the county on that is Franklin County, Tennessee, near the Huntland area. That's where our possible tornado is. Possible tornado is going to be right here. It's going to push east toward Marion County. That's what we're watching. This squall line has developed, and it's developed fast and is pushing in very fast to our area. So I'm going to step off the wall here and just control radar from over here. So we do have that chance of severe weather here for our area. The tornado watch is also going to be coming here, and I would say the tornado watch will be here by 7:50, 7:55 Eastern. I would be shocked if it's any later than that here for this watch. But we'll be waiting. We'll wait and see here. So again, Crab Orchard down to Pikeville, down toward Dunlap. So if you're out ahead of this line, you want to prepare to get into that tornado safe place right now. That tornado safe place, lowest floor, interior room, away from windows, because these severe thunderstorms can produce tornado-like damage. And if you're in Jasper, if you're in New Hope, in Marion County, prepare if a tornado warning is issued for your location. I need you to prepare for that, because circulation back toward Huntland is heading your way, and also the Chattanooga metro area. You could prepare for some strong winds as a line of storm will be heading your way. Sorry about that. There, we had something fall here on the desk. So we are continuing to track strong 2 severe thunderstorms here in these areas, and we want to zoom back in on this tornado warning that's just to the west, and that's a pretty good circulation there. So we could see, and this is near the radar site, so we could see that chance of that warning being extended into Marion County. That tornado warning expires at the top, no, it expires at 15 minutes past the hour. No, it does expire at the top of the hour at 8 Eastern and 7 Central. So, let's see, we have some damage coming in. First off, Grundy County, you've been cleared from this severe thunderstorm warning. And in Bledsoe County, 1 mile northeast of Mountain Crest, several trees are down, according to the public. That was a public report there in Bledsoe County. So we are continuing to watch that the shower and thunderstorm activity here. Again, we're just waiting to see when that tornado watch is going to be issued here by the Storm Prediction Center, because that is one thing graphically that we have able to show you. And it still looks like the strongest part of this line is up into Cumberland County right now, up towards Crab Orchard, where we have some very strong winds possible. So that is where so that's why I'm honing in on for the strongest part of the line. Also some frequent cloud-to-ground lightning up that way. Other parts of the line strong, though, as well as from Sequatchie to Bledsoe counties well. Areas like Dunlap and Pikeville in severe thunderstorm warnings, and you will continue to see those warnings for the next 30 minutes unless they are canceled early, which is highly unlikely here. So we'll be watching those very closely here, and we could see an extension east of these warnings as these storms push east. So we're watching that as well. We're going to go back up to the north real quick and go into the Campbell County area just east of La Follette. We are noticing some rotation up here as well, along with some strong gusty winds. We're watching these storms as well. So storms are really starting to fire up in our area, so we thought the best thing to do would be to come on and alert you to these storms, and that is what we're going to do for the next little bit here as we continue our live coverage of these severe storms. As long as we feel is needed, and as long as we feel these storms, as long as we feel they need coverage, or if a tornado warning is issued, our policy, if a tornado warning is issued, we will be here to keep you safe, to try to help keep you safe. So again, this line of storms has very strong winds. That's the main reason for the warnings, but the isolated tornado potentials there. These here, I'll click on one of the warnings so you guys can see it on the graphically on the screen. Here, the severe thunderstorm warning for some very small hail, maybe some gusty winds in excess of maybe 60 miles an hour, and then the tornado possible tag is on there, which means that there could be a possible tornado within these. It would be an isolated, quick spin-up tornado. These warnings expire in 28 minutes, so 8:15 Eastern, 7:15 Central. A tornado watch expires at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, but it is about to be replaced with a new watch. And now, finally, if we didn't have enough to talk about, we have a tornado warning just to the west, back here in, let me figure out what county this is in Tennessee. This is Franklin County in Tennessee, here in right just to the west of Marion County. And that is, that's a very tight circulation. I would not be shocked if the National Weather Service in Morristown within the next 15 minutes issued a tornado warning for Marion County. So then that would be our primary focus point, Marion County, on coverage. Just for the tornado warnings. We are still going to keep you updated on the severe thunderstorm warnings, though. A new severe thunderstorm warning has just been issued by the National Weather Service in Morristown. This warning is for portions of Anderson, Meigs, Morgan, Ray, and Rome. This does include Oak Ridge, Clinton, and Harriman here, and we are going to get those warnings graphically for you right now. This is 60-mile-an-hour winds, some small hail, and a tornado possible tag. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to step back in front of the green screen, and we will have our live, and I'll get up here and I'll point to you who is in and who is out of these warnings, of this new warning. So again, it's for portions of Anderson, Meigs, Morgan, Ray County, and Roane counties until 8:45 Eastern, 7:45 Central. I think once we get this far, we don't have any Central time there. So as soon as the new warning pops up here, I'll pop myself up on the green screen, or on the weather wall here. But again, it's this here. We're going to pop myself up here. The line here stretching into a very small part of Grundy County up into portions of, and Eli Bray is also going to be joining me here. So I'm going to step off the screen to get that set up quickly and make sure he can hear me here, so we can, so me and Eli is going to do a little bit of team coverage here. Eli, I think I know I can hear you. Let me make sure the stream can hear you, and whenever you are ready, you can go ahead and talk. I've got it to where they can hear you now. So, Eli, whenever you're ready, I've got you unmuted.
Sorry. Sorry, folks. I'm Eli Bray, along with Skylar Dwarf for Appalachian Hans Weather and East Tennessee Skywatch. We do have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect for southern portions of our area. We're also expecting a tornado watch to be issued for most of the area as well.
Yeah, that should be.
We have been
within the
monitoring
next 10
storms.
minutes.
Right. We are monitoring storms all the way from Chattanooga up to the Tri-Cities and into Southwest Virginia. Right now, I am keeping a close eye on the storm near Sneedville that has winds radar estimated of about 63 miles an hour. Also along the line of near Wartburg and all that, near Morgan County, where that newly issued severe thunderstorm warning was issued. Radar is estimating winds around 56 to 64, it looks like. Right now, not necessarily getting a good reading, per se. I was monitoring an area of broad rotation just to the east of La Follette in Campbell County, I believe.
Yeah, I noted that earlier. Also, want to note, Eli, there is a tornado warning just to the west of Marion County. I've noted it a couple times. We want to keep people informed on that because that is a tight circulation, and I would not be shocked within the next 10 to 15 minutes if we have a tornado warning for Marion County. And here comes the tornado watch, Eli. The new tornado watch is out. We expect this to include the entirety of our area, I would think.
Yeah, except portions of the Tri-Cities. I'm going to go with the eastern portions. We won't know entirely until I see the graphic.
Yeah, I've not saw the graphic. I'm waiting for
that
it
might
now.
take a minute to load here.
Yeah, so we are still following that.
So tornado watch number 7 has been issued.
North Carolina. Because it's
okay, so they've extended into North. Okay.
Yes, because GSP is a part of this tornado watch.
All right.
So this is being stretched in.
Is it all of their? Is it?
I do not know.
Okay.
I just know it came across the IM bot for GSP.
Okay, I got the thing here, the graphic. So let me take a look at it here.
Okay, I have this.
Okay, it does not include any of the Tri-Cities. It is from Morristown points south towards Chattanooga.
Wow, then. Okay. I figured that would include
That's
parts
what
of
I was
the city.
anticipating, because the tornado threat is diminishing the further east you go. So,
yes. All right. Let me.
Past that and north.
Yes. So, tornado watch includes areas south of Morristown. All right. So, we'll get back to the storms that are currently occurring now, and portions. So the new warning includes Anderson, Meigs, Morgan, Ray, Rowan until 8:45, and Eastern. And so these storms are producing, and they are toning that tornado watch. So a lot of weather radios are going to start going off. So the tornado watch is for counties.
Shortly, they have to. Okay, there we go. It should be toning within the next 5 seconds for areas in that.
So I'm going to go ahead and read the county.
So it is for Granger, Monroe, Knox, Bradley, McMinn, and Sevier.
Okay. Yes. And that goes until 3
And
o'clock.
Hamblin, well, let me get the full list up here. Right, so 3 o'clock in the morning. So again, this is for the following counties in East Tennessee: Blount, Bradley, Granger, Jefferson, Knox, Loudon, McMinn, Monroe, and Polk. So yeah, Morristown isn't in it, I'm sorry, but even if you're in a neighboring county, that would include Hamblin, Hawkins, Cock, Green, no, not Green.
Yeah, Green.
And all the areas near Oak Ridge and all that, Chattanooga even, you do need to keep an eye on this as well.
We are.
I don't think this is the entirety of this watch yet. I think they're going to issue another one here shortly. Because the graphic has it including most of the area.
Yeah.
So that would be from the SPC, though.
I was wondering
so this has it all the way. Yeah, this new watch does include Chattanooga.
Yeah.
And North Georgia, along with, okay.
That graphic had Morristown.
So they'll get that issued here shortly. So in Southwest Carolina, although we don't cover that, it also includes Cherokee and Clay counties as well. This goes until 3 a.m. tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and read some of the cities that are in the watch.
Yeah.
This watch includes the cities of Alcoa, Andrews, Archdale, Athens, Bay Station, Bearden, Benton, Brasstown, Bullet Creek, Chestnut Hill, Clearwater, Cleveland, Casauga, Dandridge, Dentonville, Elkmont, Etowah, Happy Valley, Harrisburg, Haynesville, Hiwassee Dam, Jefferson City, Knoxville, Kodak, Lake Forest, Lenoir City, Loudon, Madisonville, Marble, Maryville, McCann, and Murphy, Parksville, Pigeon Forge, Reliance, Sevierville, Seymour, Shooting Creek, Strawberry Plains, Sweetwater, Tasso, Topton, Tusquety, Unaka, Violet, and White Pine. Those are all the cities in East Tennessee and Southwest North Carolina that are in this watch. Now, again, that is also for areas in and close to the watch area. So even though your county is not in the watch itself, but it neighbors the county, you still need to be aware and remain weather alert.
Also, the watch is up graphically on the screen. This does include the Knoxville area. I'm sure we've done mention that, but just want to reiterate for people just joining both the...
We also have a new Day 1 Outlook that has been issued, and they are maintaining the slot for the Tri-Cities and in Knoxville. They've edged the enhanced down towards Chattanooga. Knoxville's now on the slot.
I was kind of wondering, depending on what storms up toward the Tri-Cities start doing, if they issue a severe thunderstorm watch up that way, if those start showing some strong to severe characteristics. So I think that'll be something to watch here. If they would issue that, if storms up that way start kind of showing characteristics up north of Morristown or Jefferson City.
I doubt they would issue a watch. They might issue a statement because of how close it is. There's also a lot of storms extending from Middlesboro down to Norris and Rocky Top that I'm monitoring as well. I need to get velocity pulled up real quick. The storm that was in Sneedville has now marched up towards the north and east into Lee County and Wise County, it looks like, and also portions of Scott County.
Yeah.
And let me see what this new message is. Okay. So it also includes Morgan, Ray, and all those counties that I've read. I think that's the newer one, I believe. I'm not sure.
There is still an area of circulation here. I'm going to do measurement here. West of Marion County by about... Here, let me see. I've got this full screen so I can't see it. This is west of the Marion County line by about 10 miles. So just want to note Marion County. We've noted this a couple times, but just be ready in case a tornado warning is issued for your area, because that is a circulation that actually the tornado warning, it looks like it's getting replaced with a severe thunderstorm warning for Franklin County just west there.
Right.
So, but we'll continue to monitor that.
That's why I was anticipating. Looks like the velocities on it have diminished. Well, there is still a little bit of a circulation to the south of Cowan.
Yeah, that's the one I'm watching.
Depending on how that is, they might reissue a tornado warning later on. I guess they're going to wait a couple of skins to see if that does need to be, if that is the case.
And just to note, Morristown is yet to issue anything for Marion County. These are two different weather service offices here. Right. So, Morristown might go with the severe thunderstorm or tornado warning, while Huntsville goes with the severe thunderstorm warning. So, offices will use their discretion on that. So, get back up to the north here.
We've been in constant communication with weather offices in Morristown all day.
Yeah.
And it does look like the cap is eroding as well.
Yeah, these storms are definitely starting to intensify. And now, within probably the next hour and a half, storms could be entering the downtown Knoxville area. So if you're in Knoxville, heads up. Oak Ridge is already in a warning. So.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and... it is 8 p.m. If you are just joining us, I'm Eli Ray with Skylar Doyle, and we are with East Tennessee Skywatch and Appalachian Islands Weather, breaking into your Facebook feed with severe weather coverage, and it is 8 o'clock. Skylar, I do apologize.
You are good, Eli.
You there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me, Eli?
Yes.
Okay. So, what we're watching here is the line basically from just west of Wartburg down to Crab Orchard, down to just west of Spring City. That's the part of the line that is right now being warned for. Also, parts of the line down toward Pikeville, that is Bledsoe County, and down even into Sequatchie County toward Dunlap is being warned for as well, for some strong, damaging winds. But these severe thunderstorm warnings also have that tornado possible tag on them, which has some, because these storms have weak rotation, which could lead to possibly an isolated tornado.
Right, Morristown has said that even area-wide, there could be a tornado warning area-wide, even though you're not in tornado watch.
Yeah.
That's something that I really want to stress.
Yeah. Just because you're not in a watch doesn't mean your chances of severe weather are zero. Your chances of severe weather...
Scholar, do you think you could pull up one of the cameras in Chattanooga?
If you will give me just a second, I will try to get that up.
Okay. I think that'd give the viewers probably a good view of what's going on. It's going to be a view of Signal Mountain. If you all, most of everyone here in East Tennessee knows where Signal Mountain is. If you're not, it's a mountain that is in the side of Chattanooga. You can't miss it. You know, not too far from the Tennessee Aquarium and all that. But
we've got the live feed camera up here.
Lightning. I'd be interested to see that because there is some lightning.
Yeah, I've got it up. Can't really see much on the camera that I see. I've not saw many strikes while I've been looking at it. So this is a camera though I want to keep up and kind of check on. So I'll keep that over here up behind the scenes while we show radar. That way if I see something I can switch back to it. Because the storms are still in Marion County. There isn't any storms right now in Hamilton County. But they are coming your way. So once the storms reach down toward the Chattanooga area, we will definitely be able to show you this camera and show you some of that thunderstorm activity. So,
right.
We're still watching. I would expect here.
So I'm going to take a look at some of the weather stim cameras real quick here on my computer. I'm not able to join you to a few of things that are out of my control right now. I want to take a look in here and see if I can take a look at some of the TDOT cameras as well. We might see a little something there. I'm not sure. Let's see here.
Yeah, and I would expect soon, for those of you in Marion County, you'll probably at least get a severe thunderstorm warning soon for the storms moving out of Franklin County. So just want to note that. If you're in Marion County, some strong storms heading into that area. And then we'll be watching the Chattanooga metro area as those storms make their way toward there as well. Also want to note strong storms up into southwest Virginia, so we can go up there for a second. And then we'll get back to the severe thunderstorm warnings. Strong storms stretch from the Tennessee state line through Pennington Gap, through Big Stone Gap, Appalachia. Some more strong storms in southern Buchanan County as well, according to the National Weather Service in Charleston. And then more storms are going to start stretching into Russell County. But we are watching this line here of thunderstorms. So this line of thunderstorms here that I am pointing at, this line here, and so this line stretching just west of Tazewell and Claiborne County down just west of Maynardsville we're watching for strong gusty winds and maybe an isolated tornado in this. No severe weather warnings on it at the time. And then the bigger line from Wartburg down to Crab Orchard, which is severe. And then even on down the line, some severe warnings down into Bledsoe County and Sequatchie County. So right now, just east of Crab Orchard looks to be where this is in Cumberland County now. Looks to be kind of where the strongest reflectivity returns are near Ozone, right near I-40. This is pushing toward the Rockwood area and going to cross the I-40 corridor. So if you're in this area, just note that the severe thunderstorm warning is in effect. We advise no travel along I-40 in these areas right now. Heavy rain's going to be coming down, gusty winds. Let's see, what are they saying on hail? They're saying maybe some small hail within this thunderstorm complex as well. So, and again, if we get a quick QLCS spin-up tornado, it's not out of the question. This thunderstorm warning does have the tornado possible tag on it. So I want to know if you're in these areas, we advise you to be inside, be near that safe place, Just be steps away from that tornado safe place. Kind of try to stay away from windows right now until the line pushes through if you're in a severe thunderstorm warning. So we'll continue here by going into our velocity, and I'm not seeing any super strong areas of rotation there. I'm not really seeing too strong areas of circulation to be concerned about. That would warrant possibly a tornado warning up and down this line, and also as I went up and looked into Campbell County, didn't see many signs either, and Claiborne County. I don't see many signs up here either. Maybe some broad circulation, but nothing that would hint at the possibility of a tornado warning being issued. Let's go down here to the south toward Marion County, because we don't want to forget our folks in southeast Tennessee, and just here in Franklin County, there's really, that circulation there is really kind of just broke apart and not much there now, so we are still having that possibility of severe weather. But right now, no tornado warnings, but we do have severe thunderstorm warnings with that tornado possible tag, so we need you to be, and the gusty winds that we could see, if this line bows out, gusts to 60 and 70 miles an hour, some of those higher end gusts could produce low end tornado damage. So we want to alert you to that here as we have that possibility as well. So I've got a severe thunderstorm safety graphic, I do believe. That's your tornado watch. Here's your severe thunderstorm safety graphic. When a severe thunderstorm warning is issued, you want to go to the lowest floor of a sturdy building, stay away from windows, evacuate from mobile homes, take shelter in a sturdy building, because winds from a severe thunderstorm, like I just spoke about, especially if this line starts to bow out, could produce tornado-like damage. And we could have some localized flooding issues, especially in the low-lying areas, so remember, turn around, don't drown. There has been a new strong thunderstorm alert. This is a significant weather advisory for southern Sequatchie and most of Marion County through 8 o'clock Central Time. That's 9 o'clock Eastern Time. So we're still monitoring that chance here.
Main threats with that would be 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts. No health threat with that.
Yes, that it's 40-mile-an-hour winds on that, and I'm trying to pull it up here on the radar. And looks like Huntsville is it's taking a few minutes to load. Here it is. So yeah, you can see these storms now pushing into southern Sequatchie, into Marion. These are going to push southeast. These will push toward the city of Chattanooga and eventually into Georgia. So we want to note to our viewers they're kind of pushing east-southeast. These storms will push toward Red Bank, Chattanooga, Eastridge, Soddy Daisy will end up getting in on the action. So Hamilton County, your early heads up, your early alert to get ready and prepare in case significant weather advisory, strong thunderstorm, which is sometimes classified as a strong thunderstorm alert, or a warning could possibly be issued if those storms decide to strengthen once again, because those were severe back off toward our west. And still having some lightning up here, just pushing now out of Cumberland County, so pushing into our coverage area here. Now this will be pushing in here with some very gusty winds, some heavy rainfall, and again there's some spots of maybe a little bit of broad rotation along this line of thunderstorms. As of right now, we're not noting much. Eli, have you saw anything on those TDOT cameras or any of the cameras you've saw that looks suspicious?
Nothing as of yet. I'm noting the potential for some straight line winds with the entire line itself.
Yeah. Also want to know, one thing that is helping fuel these thunderstorms is all three metropolitan areas, the Tri-Cities at the Tri-Cities Airport, Knoxville, McGee-Tyson Airport, and down toward Chattanooga at the Chattanooga Airport, all had record highs today. Highs were in the 70s today. I don't remember exact numbers, so that helped provide some instability, some thunderstorm fuel, because thunderstorms need fuel to get going. So that helped fuel these thunderstorms, and now we have that. Now we are having these warnings issued. This was a conditional threat today, level 2, level 3 threat, and with that extra sunshine we saw today, with that clearing that we saw, That's leading here to strong to severe thunderstorms this evening. So again, straight line wind threat with the whole line probably of up to 60 miles an hour, gusts maybe to 60 miles an hour in the strongest part of the line. If we see a line segment start to bow out, we might see a gust maybe up to 70 miles an hour. So that's one thing we want to note. Also, if you're just joining us, want to note we have a tornado watch that is in effect here, including Chattanooga, Athens, Knoxville, Maryville, Jefferson City, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, Sevierville. We know a lot of people are down there. It is a holiday weekend. So, those areas, you are in this new tornado watch that was issued. The severe thunderstorm warning, though, now for Cumberland County. So if you're in Crossville, Crab Orchard, that thunderstorm warning is being allowed to expire here at 7:15 Central Time. The Weather Service in Nashville is going to let that warning expire. So that, once this line moves through, I don't see anything behind the line. So your severe threat, once the line here moves through, should be fairly low for the rest of the evening. Gonna go up here back towards west of Maynardville, up toward near Tazewell in Claiborne County. Still noting that potential for straight line winds. Eli, we might be seeing some strengthening rotation as well. It's still broad. I do think this rotation is still broad along this up here in Claiborne County, but we want to watch these areas that are trying to tighten up for potential a quick spin-up tornado. It wouldn't be down for a long amount of time if we saw one, but something that we want to watch if we can see any circulations here. So that is one thing. The rotation, right now, strongest rotation I saw, it would be just west of, and there, something with my velocity there, all right, would be just west of Tazewell and New Tazewell area. So, and this is all pushing off to the northwest, so this is all pushing off the southeast, so heads up for places, but possibly in the path of that. Tazewell, maybe down toward Bean Station as well, and possibly even into Hancock County. Give a heads up.
I'm trying to take here real quick. It might take me a little while to find a couple. I found one that's in Greenville that might be interesting to see later as the storms move on through there.
Yeah.
Courtesy of EarthCam.
We've got a Greenville camera courtesy of Resort Cams as well that I have that we can look at. So we have that as well. So again, we're just keeping an eye on these circulations that could form. And then the strong damaging straight line wind threat, I believe that'll be our main threat, but we really want to watch out for that. And then if something tries to spin up in the line, it could be down for a short amount of time, and it could be hard to warn. So that's why these severe thunderstorm warnings have those tornado possible tags on them, because if we see a quick QLCS tornado, it could happen in between scans, and sometimes those are very hard to warn. That's one thing we want to know as well. Just because a tornado warning is not in effect for your location, these tornadoes are a little harder to warn than your springtime supercell tornadoes, because that is not what we're seeing. We're seeing a line of thunderstorms. We're not seeing individual supercells out ahead of the line. We're seeing just the line, and that provides if we see circulation, sometimes tornadoes could be hard to warn. I want to go up toward Scott County, Tennessee, Huntsville area. We're seeing a little bit of broad rotation within that as well, so keep an eye on that as well. A little bit of weak rotation there. So from Spring City up to Wartburg, up to Huntsville up and Oneida, some strong to severe storms there, and then storms from just west of Tazewell down to the Norris area. Also some stronger storms, and up into southwest Virginia, up into Wise County, Dickinson County, Buchanan County, portions of Scott and Lee County, and now storms starting to stretch into the Russell County area. The Bristol, Kingsport, Johnson City areas right now are dry. Knoxville could be seeing a little bit of light rain, and Chattanooga right now looks dry as well. But for Chattanooga, it's kind of the calm before the storm here, as some storms will be rolling in here that could be strong to maybe locally severe as they push into the Chattanooga area. And again, that chance possibly
Right.
quick spin up tornado.
New Tazewell,
Yes.
Maynardville. Actually, I want to direct your attention, Skylar, to Claiborne County.
Yes.
There's a couplet just south of Harrogate.
South of Harriman?
Harrogate.
Oh, Farragut, sorry.
And also, probably some gust winds right near Tazewell and New Tazewell. That looks to be pushing into Lee County as well here in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Also, Hancock and Campbell. No, not Campbell. Sorry. Had a brain fart for a second. I'm in the middle of one phone. You'll have to give me just a quick second here to think, get my geography.
Yeah, so Hancock County,
okay.
Hawkins County,
Hancock,
Lee County.
Claiborne, Hawkins, all of them, yeah. We'll have to keep a close eye on the line of storms in New Tazewell. Those seem to be a little bit gusty right now. Is there any significant weather advisories out for that, or is that just...
I don't believe so. I think they are just out there. I don't think we have any weather advisories there.
Okay. Along with the threat for damaging winds and the potential for an isolated tornado, we need to consider the threat as well for flash flooding, especially in low-lying areas, poor drainage. So if you do encounter flooding tonight, please turn around, do not drown.
Yes. So we're looking now at the velocity views here on our Skywatch Defender radar network, and I'm going to try to do some wind speeds here along the line. Winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere, I've got some 70, 75s popping up. So gusts, whoa, was that an 85? Yes.
Did your Omega just glitch out for a second?
Yes, it did.
Is it showing like bright yellows and reds?
Now it is not. I reset the velocity.
Okay. How did you fix that?
I just went back and hit velocity again, and it refreshed it for me.
Okay. All right. That's a little glitch that they have, and I have yet to figure out how to fix it. So, okay. Now mine's just completely
getting interesting in Claiborne County, Eli. It's getting it's still broad, but it's getting tighter.
Yeah, that's something that we'll have to keep a close eye on.
Hancock County, Lee County,
heads
up. There.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're, heads up in Lee County as well. Let me take a look here. I might not be as sharp as I normally am. I've been up since 5 this morning. So I do apologize. Yeah, that's a little interesting couplet there.
Yeah. I'm thinking if that gets tighter over the next few scans, the Weather Service will probably consider a warning. If it gets tighter. We'll
right.
Watch it.
They are watching these. I've been in constant communication with them today.
Yeah, they're watching these as closely as they can. So I think strong winds could gust 60, 70 miles an hour along the leading edge of this line here. That's especially in the part that is severe thunderstorm warned. So you have parts of Morgan County, Anderson County. I'm trying to think of the counties here. Ray County, Roane County, and Meigs, I think, is the counties that are warned for this potential.
I'm sorry?
I think it's Anderson,
I think
Morgan, Ray, Meigs, and Roane. I think that's our counties that are in this warning. And
I just want to point out that Claiborne County storm is going to be entering an area here in a couple minutes with poor radar returns. So
yeah, that is one thing I'm worried about with that storm.
It kind of gets a little iffy as one of the mountains blocks the beam, so it kind of will lose data for a second as it tracks to the north and east. We have a tornado warning that actually includes the city of Huntsville, Alabama,
Yep.
although that is not our coverage area. If you
How's
do
that
have family down there, I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick briefing. The rotation is directly over Mooresville, Alabama, heading towards the
Oh, yeah. I've got that right here.
okay,
Yeah.
yes. This includes southeastern or southwestern Madison County in Alabama. This is not in our area, but I do know some folks that might be listening that have family down there. This goes until 7:45 p.m. Eastern, or
Yes.
pardon me, Central. So P-side tells us about that storm. So if you have any family in southeastern Madison County, including the city of Huntsville, Alabama, just give them a call and a heads up that a tornado warning has been issued for their area.
Yes, and I'm going to go ahead while we're down
And
in
that
go ahead, Eli.
we'll have to keep an eye as well on the on that cell as it tracks to the north and east. It might, it says, hold itself together.
While we're down here, I'm going to give our friends in southeast Tennessee, our viewers there, a quick briefing from Sequatchie County down into Marion County, eventually over into Hamilton County, as these showers and storms are pushing that way here. That's in Marion, Sequatchie, pushing toward Hamilton. Some strong gusty winds can be expected with these. I'm not seeing really that. I'm not seeing much of a circulation in those, but still some strong gusty winds could be heading that way. There's a significant weather advisory on those storms for winds, maybe gusting up to 40 miles an hour, so stay weather alert down there to changing conditions. And we'll see here, I will check the Signal Mountain camera again, and I will try to pull that up here. This is live from WeatherStem, courtesy of WeatherStem from Signal Mountain, as we'll be watching strong storms move down into the Chattanooga area, so we'll watch those closely. All right, back up to our severe thunderstorm warning. This is, yes, the middle ground warning. That is the only warning we really have in the Central Valley here. So this is the only one we have, and but we are still watching. We have that's the only warnings we have, but we are still watching other storms carefully here. There's other storms that are kind of catching our attention besides the one that is severe thunderstorm warned. But one that is severe thunderstorm warned, I think, has the part of the line that's severe thunderstorm warned, I think, has the greatest potential to produce that damaging wind threat of 60 miles an hour.
All right. So I'll be right back in just a minute.
All right, sounds good, Eli. So, yeah, I think the greatest threat of 60 to 70 mile an hour wind gusts could be along this line here, in moving into the Central Valley right now off the plateau. So Oak Ridge, be prepared. Kingston, Midway, and 10 Mile, you need to be prepared for some very gusty winds heading your way. There in portions of this area that is in the yellow polygon. If your area is in the yellow polygon, then that is where we could be seeing some storms. Let's see here. Let's see if we can see anything from, try to get a camera up, from La Follette. Here, we're going to pull that up here. As soon as I can get this up. Having trouble loading our La Follette camera here, courtesy of Resort Cams. So we'll try to work with the radar while we try to load that. Alright, here's downtown La Follette. If I can get this transitioned. Downtown La Follette looks like that right now. Some wet roads out there. Camera started buffering there. So some wet roads in downtown La Follette, but people driving along there. Weather conditions, just some wet roads right now there in La Follette. We look back at the radar. They're in the La Follette area. Some of that area experiencing some light rain, though the heaviest has not. The heavy storms. This line has not moved through that area of Campbell County yet. So we're going to continue to watch that closely, wanting to watch areas in the warning closely, but we've also been monitoring areas in Claiborne County where there is a very broad area of circulation about to push into Hancock County and Lee County, which is in southwest Virginia. And if this rotation gets tighter over the next few scans, we could possibly be looking at a tornado warning there. So we'll keep an eye on that as well here over the next little bit. So again, strongest winds from Coalfield to Harriman to Kingston to Spring City, so 10-mile Kingston, Oak Ridge, Clinton. Be on the lookout or be ready for these strong to severe wind gusts possibly, and these will pass. I'm going to try to see here. These might pass over McGee-Tyson. So that will be interesting to see what the weather station at McGee-Tyson reports as these storms pass through. And also don't want to discount that risk of flash flooding. We had some flash flooding up in eastern Kentucky this morning with the morning round of storms up in that area. So don't want to discount that risk of flash flooding where we have some training of cells. So we'll keep an eye on it here closely for you. That on reflectivity looks suspicious. Hancock County, eastern Claiborne into Hancock. Yeah, that is intensifying. Right here in this kind of broad area. That's where we are watching that possibility of that tornado right now. Or not tornado, but that possibility of that circulation here. And that is where we're watching that potential of a broad circulation pushing into Hancock and Lee County. The newest radar scan is still showing some very strong winds here from Oliver Springs down to Spring City. So some very strong winds along the leading edge of the line here. So what we're going to do, we're going to kind of circle the area of strongest winds. And yeah, right through this area here where the high reflectivity returns are. That's definitely what we're tracking. Heading down to southeast Tennessee now. Watching these cells closely to see if we can have any circulations within these cells here, and then we are going to go back from north to south. Not seeing much within these personally. Rotation-wise, still some strong gusty straight line winds. Could be possible as they push down into Hamilton County here soon. And Marion and Sequatchie right now. Still watching that potential of some gusty winds from Coalfield down to Spring City pushing east. So that is exactly what we're watching. Want to note we do have a tornado watch in effect for area south of Morristown. So from Granger County, Jefferson County points down to the south. Knoxville in this, Chattanooga in this, Sequatchie County in this, Soddy Daisy in this, Athens is in this. So we'll continue to track this tornado watch for you here as we go through the next little bit. And obviously, if any tornado warnings are issued, we'll be right here with you live. We're going to go check out once again this up here. Again, still pretty broad right now. Something I'm watching very closely near the community of Riley and Claiborne County. Going to be heading up toward Hancock and Lee County. Maybe even into portions of Scott County. Is this little cell right here. So it's kind of pushing off north and east. So I'm going to go ahead and give a heads up to Scott County as well, because this is heading toward Hancock, Scott, and Lee County. Hancock County, Tennessee, Scott County, Virginia, and Lee County, Virginia. So new reflectivity update. We might get a new velocity update here in just a second then. Here, as we are approaching 8:30, you know what we're going to do? We're actually going to pull out here. We'll check velocity in a moment, and we're going to do a reset. So I'm going to hop in front of the weather wall here and do a quick reset. Hello, everyone. Eastern Scotland, Appalachian Highlands weather here. Dry across portions of the region, especially far northeast Tennessee. But right now we are tracking that potential for strong to severe storms, especially in our severe thunderstorm warned area from Oak Ridge down to Spring City. A tornado watch does remain in effect for the areas shaded in red on your screen until 3 a.m. Areas down here to the south toward Chattanooga could also be dealing with strong thunderstorms just to the northwest of the city of Chattanooga, and we'll continue to watch that line as well here as we continue on. Here, and also we want to note you're seeing the red polygon down in Huntsville. A tornado warning includes Huntsville, Alabama, the downtown Huntsville area in Alabama. This area here is what we're watching for strong storms in southeast Tennessee. Not severe thunderstorm warned at this time, something we're watching very closely. Let's get up here to our severe thunderstorm warning. Oak Ridge, Harriman, Kingston, 10 Mile, and in this, and we are going to go to the velocity and see here once that loads. It's taking it just a second for our radar data to load here. And yeah, seeing some strong winds still with these blue colors. That's some very strong winds, and that's exactly what we're watching here. And that's exactly why the severe thunderstorm warning is out. Let's go up toward Claiborne County, Hancock County. Still watching an area broad. This is a broad circulation, but somewhat getting a little bit tighter here. Circulation while watching near the Riley, the Hope Creek, the Hope Well area is going to be pushing in very soon to Hancock County. Smeeville, be on guard if this storm heads your way, and if this rotation tightens up, we'll be here with you to cover that for you. So that is what we have right now, and we will see here. I'm going to step off the weather wall here for just a second as we are watching these storms here over, and the severe thunderstorm warning has been canceled. All right, so we have no more warnings in effect for East Tennessee. We're going to continue to watch the storms closely. Here's one last check out the radar. I'll step back in front of the weather wall here real quick, and we're going to control a few things over here, and then we will get going here. So no more warnings in East Tennessee. The severe thunderstorm warning has been canceled. So this yellow box, as soon as it goes off my radar, we're going to go ahead and kind of go off the live stream here on Facebook, and we'll wait and see here. But this is all moving east. We're going to go ahead and check down for the Chattanooga area as well. Don't worry, we're going to be here with you, though. We're going to be ready to go right back live if it's needed here on East Tennessee Skywatch and Appalachian Highlands weather. So right down through here, the chance of some strong storms as well. Maybe gusty winds up to 40 miles an hour. Want to note, severe thunderstorm warning has been canceled, though, for areas here along this line. We're going to watch that closely, watching the broad circulation up here pushing into Hancock County closely as well. We're going to check that area out one more time before I go off this live stream. I don't want to go off. This is tightening. It's really not. It's very broad right now. We're going to go ahead and go off the live stream. Thanks for joining us. This has been an Appalachian Highlands weather and East Tennessee Skywatch severe weather alert. We'll be back if conditions warrant. For now, though, we hope you have a great night here, and hope you had a great New Year's Eve night last night. Happy New Year, everyone. At East Tennessee Skywatch and Appalachian Highlands weather. Here we will see you as conditions warrant. A reminder: the tornado watch is in effect for areas shaded in red until 3 a.m.